Good day everyone on YouTube. I'm Hills on the Hunt. Welcome back to the channel. And today we're talking about 3 movies from Dario Argento. Welcome to Triples Thursday. Alright, welcome back to the channel. Like I said, today is Triples Thursday and we are talking about 3 movies from Dario Argento. But it's not 3 movies that kind of stand out, that everyone talks about. You know, you got Suspiria, Tenebrae, Opera, Phenomena. You know, you got your common movies that really stand out. So I wanted to focus on 3 movies that don't get as much kind of airtime as others, but ones I recently watched, and one I really enjoy. One was a decent, fun movie, and one's okay. But I wanted to check them out and review them for this segment. So yeah, we'll get into them, and I'll show you which ones they are. So we'll start with the one I enjoyed not the most, and we'll kind of work our way up from there. All right, so the first one we have is The Card Player. So most of these that I'm going to show you, I think they're from later eras Argento. I think they're kind of late 90s, early 2000s, all of them. So they're kind of later down the line for him. So you see an absolute difference in terms of the style of movies. Like if you were to compare movies like Suspiria, Inferno, Opera, that's kind of layout of movies all different in these ones. So they're very, very more modernized in terms of the movies that are released, but they're not bad overall. They're really good. Like 2 of them are really enjoyable. I had really good fun with them. This one, I felt it could have been better, but it was a little bit weak for me. The movie revolves around a serial killer who basically kidnaps women and holds them hostage, and then challenges the police to a poker game for their lives. So it's an interesting concept. It's a different concept to kind of other style movies. I can't think of anything like this where you playing a game for a game. I mean, there might be, someone will probably tell me, but I found the concept really interesting. What I did enjoy was it was just poker game after poker game after poker game, and kind of it would have been nice if they kind of broke it up in between to have the police kind of have a clue, like, you know, after the first game or after the second game, and it just dragged on too much in terms of the games, and they then brought in a poker expert, and for him to kind of win games, and yeah, it just felt very, very not well done for me. And even the ending, I didn't really enjoy the ending per se, but it felt like there were a lot of holes in the movie, a lot of gaps that just shouldn't have been there. It could have been a lot more tidier and a lot more enjoyable. Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting concept, and you know, it just kind of let itself down toward all the way through the movie. To be fair, like the first time they had the poker game, you're like, all right, cool, this is going to be good, and you know what can happen from here. And then it was just like, well, they lost, bye bye. Then another girl gets kidnapped, and another poker game, and you're just like, well, we've had 2, we've had 3 now. Like something has to happen. Like not everything can be focused around that police station and that poker game, and it felt like there could have been a lot more going on, kind of in between each one. So yeah, I felt like it kind of it just lacked clarity in terms of what was happening, and then it felt rushed towards the end. You know, so yeah, it didn't work for me. But if you've seen Card Player, let me know what you think. Yeah, not bad, but not one I'll revisit very quickly. The next one, again, was one I've seen a couple of times, but I very much enjoyed this. Super fun. Like, you know, fast paced. Then you kind of have the story build, and then you have the kind of crazy ending towards it. Sleepless, starring Max von Sydow. This one basically, so the first 20 minutes is set on a train, and it sets the platform for the story, and it's super fun. That the scene on the train is electric. It's super fast. You have a hooker in a room with a guy. She finishes what she's doing, and then she kind of takes a folder from him. And in the folder are clippings of murders and killings and things like that. And when he finds out, he kind of stalks her on the train to kind of get her back. But scenes running through the train, the lights going on and off, the conductor, and just so much happening. But it's super fast paced and super fun. And obviously, she comes to a kind of gory ending. But yeah, and then the kind of movie escapes to moving forward, and Max von Sydow is a retired detective who solved the case in the folder kind of years ago, and things start happening again in line with what those murders were, and is it a serial killer back, or is it the same serial killer who's supposed to be dead? Is it someone copycatting? But yeah, it's really well done. And even the kind of the slow paced scenes in the middle where he's trying to work out what's going on, you're kind of feeling invested because of the way he's doing it. So he's got a board and he's just kind of drawing maps and trying to put pieces together, and he's been brought back in. You've got the new police detective who's kind of a lot more modernized and very, very need to do this faster. And yeah, the story moves along nicely, and there's some really, really good fun scenes and some really crazy kills, and it leads to a really nice ending, a brutal ending, but it was kind of what you expect. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with this one. Really enjoyable, super fun to check out. Sleepless. Let me know if you've seen this one and kind of what you thought about this. And then my favorite of the three, and again, it's one I haven't really heard people talk about as much. I've kind of reached out to a couple of people saying, like, if you like Argento, you need to check this out. Do you like Hitchcock? Now, this is Argento's kind of love letter to Alfred Hitchcock. And the movie he picks to kind of focus this on is Strangers on a Train. If you don't know the premise of Strangers on a Train, it's two strangers meet on a train, and kind of both of them have murder in mind, but one commits this person's murder, and this person commits this person's murder. So each of them have alibis, so there's no way for the police to catch them. And that's the general concept of this one, but with a giallo style thrown in. This is based around a voyeur named Giulio, lives in an apartment in Rome, overlooking another building. Opposite him, where there's a beautiful girl living there. Sasha's her name, I believe. And one day in a video shop, firstly, the video shop is cool. Like, that's just a really nice throwback to kind of good old days. That had an vibe in. I was just like, yeah, I love places like that. But he overhears a conversation between two girls in a video shop while they're talking, and both of them are both having issues at home. One with their mother, and one we don't know about until later in the movie. And yeah, he suspects that they're going to do Strangers on a Train because they both rented the movie as well, as he has, and he's trying to put pieces together while trying to be a detective at the same time. And he's a bit of a klutz, so things go wrong when he tries to get involved. His girlfriend, who's, just want to say, she's absolutely gorgeous, and she has enough of him, but the more he gets involved, the more things happen badly to him. And yeah, it's just fun. It's like a cat and mouse. It's really good. It's really good paced, and it's really fun. I really, really had enjoyment with this one. And again, you get a good payoff at the end when you find out kind of what's going on. Some people might work out what's going on, but for me, I like to, sometimes I like to play dumb with movies because I still want to make sure that what happens, and I just want to follow the movie all the way across instead of like sitting there 10 minutes in going, yeah, he's a killer, because then it kind of ruins the movie for you, and you just kind of like, you lose interest in it. For me, I just want to sit there and just enjoy step by step kind of what's happening. And that may be the silly way to look at it, but hey, everyone has their own way of watching movies. But yeah, seriously good fun, this one. Like I said, a love letter to Alfred Hitchcock. Do you like Hitchcock? Have you seen this one? is this something you would watch? This one is more closer to kind of the old nostalgia. There's a lot of silliness, a lot of gore, a lot of random naked women. What you expect from that kind of style of movie. But yeah, Julia's just an absolute nutter. Like there's a scene in the second girl's house with her boss, and the things he does to kind of get involved and just escape is just priceless. But it's super fun and super fun. He's an enjoyable character. Like, he's one of those characters you kind of almost hope that he succeeds, and you hope that bad things happen to him at the same time, because that's just the way he's come across. But yeah, do you like Hitchcock? That is it. That is today's Triples Thursday. Like I said, 3 movies from Dario Argento. Card Player, Sleepless. Do you like Hitchcock? Have you seen any of these? If you have, let me know what you thought about them. Is it ones you'd want to check out? But there you go. That's it. That's another Thursday done. So yeah, guys, look after yourselves. Have a great day. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your week. Pleasure as always. And I'll see you on the next one. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this video. We've got plenty more coming on the channel. So yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Take care.